What's going on, guys? Today, just doing some quick plays because basically the private match system is a little buggy right now, and certain people can't play with certain people, and it's just not good. So I decided to do some quick play, and as you can see, I only had 2 energy, so I just decided to spy on this guy just in case he was a hacker. I didn't think he was, but mostly just to see if he would go Cobra as well. And he doesn't. So you can see I'm down to 0 energy, which is not good at all. But I decided to risk it just because I don't really care too much about quick battles, and I mostly care more about BOTM. But anyways, you can see that he has an engineer in a very awkward spot, and it can't really get any of the balloons I send besides his sentry guns. So I decided to go some blue Nico on him, get some lives on him. Well, at the meantime, I still have a farm up, but yeah, you can see the balloons are trying to get by on. And then he goes for a 0-0 boomerang, gets that up to multi-target, and then the Glave thrower, and I decided to just continue to farm on. And round 4 came around, and I decided to go for some pinks because that boomerang will do absolutely nothing to the pinks. His sentries are getting off the few of the layers of the pink, but not well. And he goes down, all the way down to 100, and he decides to send back some pinks. So I simply get up a second Dart Monkey and put him on strong, take off those pink layers, and he does a very well defending these pinks right now. But then the pinks finally start to overwhelm my Dart Monkeys, and I decided to go for some greens up in here just because he only has that Glave Ricochet really that can hit this, and then I layered in some pinks, and that got his lives down very low, down to 38. So this guy was not a great player at all, but he does get up that Bionic Boomer, which is very, very good for early game. It is a great upgrade. So he decides to go for some greens, which could actually do quite a lot of damage. So I decided to get up a catapult and put him on last, or spike bolt. And I tried to mix in some regrow whites and yellows here, but his boomerang does an excellent job destroying this rush. I kind of underestimated how good that Bionic Boomer was. His placement is very good too. And he sells the engineer to get up a lightning wizard, which was interesting because I guess that would get his camo protection finally, so that's good. But yeah, so sorry about that. I was just checking something. Anyways, round 12, and all his camo protection is that lightning wizard. So I said sell on my farms and go for an all out. Not really an all out, but a decent sized camo rush, and that will defeat him. Due to his lack of camo detection. And we got an energy back, which is good for this game. And we play a guy named Jose Mijares. Probably, he's a newbie, only has 30 games logged. So I decided to go tack just because I figured we wouldn't go late game since he has such a newbie record. So yeah, I went tack to get up those Ring of Fires, Blade Maelstroms, and such to stop those round 13 rushes. And I decided to start with the usual strat, Dart Monkey farm strat. Well, he, on the other hand, goes for a Seeking Shuriken, Sharp Shuriken, whatever you want to call it, Ninja Monkey. And he goes no eco, no farm eco, no blue eco, nothing. So I decided to continue to farm on, get my second farm up, upgrade that to a 1-0, and then I get up the Razor Sharp Darts and get him up to triple darts. So since he only has that 2-2 or 2-1 Ninja Monkey, he could be very vulnerable to blues, and he decides to send some pinks in here. So I set 2 Dart Monkeys down, get them up to triple darts, and put one on strong to get maximum popping power right there. And I decided to go for some blues. Even though he has a ninja with double shot, still very weak to group the balloons. The ninja is a terrible early game tower. It is pretty good for late game though, because once you get that sabotage supply lines, which is the ability for the ninja, it slows the everything, all the balloons and Moabs down to half speed, which is a very useful ability, especially to stop those big Moab rushes and such. Also, the Balloon Jitsu is a very good Moab popping power, and the distraction is good to send back ceramics and if you're about to leak, which is pretty useful as well. So the Ninja's pretty good for late game, but early game I would not recommend to use it. I would stick with the Dart Monkeys. And since I had 1 energy, I decided to use it because I didn't want to leak too much to those greens. Probably didn't need it there, but I decided to use it anyways. And I was getting ready to see if he would send an all-out Yellow Rush, which would have been smart since I just used my energy. And I probably would have just sold the farm and got up 2 jugs or something. But yeah, so his 3 towers look like they are Ninja, Apprentice, and Cannon. So I decided to get up. I felt like I had a solid camo detection, unless he went for an enormous camo rush, which he definitely wouldn't be able to because he lacks the eco to save up that much. So I get a Ring on Fire, which will basically stop any kind of rush that is non-camo. So I sent a little teaser rush to get him to use that energy. He didn't even really need that energy, and once I saw that cluster bomb up, I decided to make it a camo rush. And I decided to exploit him since he used the battle energy. He would have no battle energy. So, again, his mistake there was he just used his energy. So, yeah. I'd appreciate if you drop a like and subscribe. And, yeah.